Hello to everyone. In this presentation, we are going to study de novo synthesis of fatty acids. De novo synthesis means new synthesis or new formation of fatty acid from amphibolic compound. The majority of fatty acids required for the body is supplied by the diet. Fatty acids are synthesized whenever there is excess caloric intake in the diet. Excess amounts of carbohydrate and protein obtained from the diet can be converted to fatty acids, which are stored as triacylglycerol. What are the fatty acids? Fatty acids are aliphatic carboxylic acid with a general formula RCOH. COOH is functional group, whereas R is hydrocarbon chain of varying length. This is the structure of fatty acids. Here you can see at the right side carboxylic group, and at the left side you can see long hydrocarbon chain. In humans, fatty acids are synthesized mainly in the liver and lactating mammary glands, and to a lesser extent in adipose tissue, kidney and brain. The enzyme machinery required for fatty acid synthesis is located in cytosomal fraction of the cell. So it is referred to as extramitochondrial or cytoplasmic fatty acid synthesis system. The major fatty acid synthesized de novo is palmitic acid, which is nothing but 16 carbon saturated fatty acid. For the synthesis of palmitic acid, the source of carbon atom is acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A acts as a precursor for palmitic acid synthesis. Reducing equivalents are supplied by NADPH, and the source of energy for the reaction is given by ATP. There are three phases or three steps in fatty acid synthesis. Phase 1, transport of acetyl coenzyme A from mitochondria to cytosol. Phase 2, carboxylation of acetyl coenzyme A to malonyl coenzyme A. And phase 3, reactions of fatty acid synthase complex. Now we will see phase 1 reaction, that is transport of acetyl coenzyme A from mitochondria to cytosol. Fatty acids are synthesized in cytosol, and for the synthesis of fatty acid, acetyl coenzyme is required. This acetyl coenzyme A is produced in mitochondria. It is produced in mitochondria from the oxidation of pyruvate and from the oxidation of fatty acid. This acetyl CoA is also produced from the breakdown of certain amino acids and from the breakdown of ketone body. After the formation of acetyl coenzyme A in mitochondria, it is essential that it should get transferred to cytosol. However, inner mitochondrial membrane is not freely permeable to acetyl coenzyme A. So an alternate or bypass arrangement is made. The barrier to acetyl coenzyme A is bypassed by citrate. This citrate is formed in the mitochondrial matrix by the condensation of acetyl coenzyme A with oxaloacetate, which is nothing but the first reaction in the citric acid cycle. When present at high levels, citrate is transported to the cytosol by citrate transporter. In cytosol, citrate undergo breakdown by citrate lyase at the expense of ATP to oxaloacetate and acetyl coenzyme A. Oxaloacetate formed in this reaction must be returned to the mitochondria. The inner mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to oxaloacetate. Therefore, a series of bypass reactions are needed which generate NADPH needed for fatty acid synthesis. In the first reaction, oxaloacetate is reduced to malate by NADH catalyzed by cytosolic malate dehydrogenase. In the second reaction, malate is oxidatively decarboxylated to pyruvate by NADP linked malate enzyme, which is also called malic enzyme. The pyruvate formed in this reaction diffuses into the mitochondria, where it is carboxylated to oxaloacetate by pyruvate carboxylase enzyme. Thus, one NADPH is generated for each acetyl coenzyme A that is transferred from mitochondria to the cytosol. Consequently, 8 NADPH are formed, when 8 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A transferred to the cytosol for the synthesis of palmitate. Additional 6 NADPH required for the synthesis of palmitate come from HMP shunt. Second phase, carboxylation of acetyl coenzyme A to malonyl coenzyme A. This is the initial and rate limiting reaction of fatty acid synthesis. This irreversible reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase. Energy required for this reaction is given by ATP. Biotin is also required for carbon dioxide fixation. Acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase is an allosteric enzyme that is activated by citrate and inhibited by its end product palmityl coenzyme A. The remaining reactions of fatty acid synthesis are catalyzed by multifunctional enzyme known as fatty acid synthase complex. In eukaryotic cells, including man, fatty acid synthase exists as a dimer with 2 identical monomeric units. Each monomer is identical, consisting of one polypeptide chain containing 7 enzyme activities and an acyl carrier protein segment. The ACP segment contains a 4-phosphopentathene group. This group provides sulfhydryl group to which growing fatty acid chain is attached as it is synthesized. Thus, the function of acyl carrier protein in fatty acid biosynthesis is analogous to the role of coenzyme A in fatty acid oxidation. Fatty acid synthase has one more sulfhydryl group which is furnished by specific cysteine residue of 3-ketoacyl synthase enzyme. Both sulfhydryl groups participate in fatty acid biosynthesis. 2 functional subunits of fatty acid synthase independently operate and synthesize 2 fatty acids simultaneously. You can see the detailed structural configuration of 2 monomeric units of fatty acid synthase complex enzyme. You can see the structural division as well as functional division. Whatever the division, each monomer consists of 3 domains. First domain is condensing unit, second domain is a reducing unit, and third domain is releasing unit. Condensing unit consists of ketoacyl synthase enzyme, acetyl transacylase enzyme, and malonyl transacylase enzyme. Second domain is a reducing unit, which is composed of dehydratase, enoyl reductase, and ketoacyl reductase. Along with these 3 enzymes, acyl carrier protein is also present in reducing unit. Third domain is releasing unit. This releasing unit is made up of thioesterase or deacylase enzyme. This unit is responsible for the release of palmitate after its synthesis. This dimer associates in head-to-toe cell arrangement so that phosphopentathene sulfhydryl group of one subunit and a cysteine sulfhydryl group of another subunit are closely aligned. Though each monomer contains all the activities of the reaction sequence, the actual functional unit consists of one half of one monomer interacting with the complementary half of the other. Thus, 2 acyl chains are produced simultaneously. Since both the sulfhydryl groups participate in the synthetase activity, only the dimer is active. Advantage of fatty acid synthesis is that intermediates of the reaction can easily interact with the active site of the enzyme, and there is no permeability barrier for the various intermediates, and they are free from interference of other cellular reactions for the synthesis of fatty acid. So fatty acid synthesis continues smoothly. After studying the structure of fatty acid synthase complex in detail, now we can see the reactions of fatty acid synthase. In the first reaction, acetyl coenzyme A is transferred and linked with sulfhydryl group of acyl carrier protein. This reaction is catalyzed by acetyl coenzyme A ACP transacylase enzyme. In this reaction, coenzyme group is released from acetyl coenzyme A in the form of coenzyme A sulfhydryl group. In the next step, acetyl group is transferred from acyl carrier protein to the sulfhydryl group of cysteine. In the second reaction, malonyl group of malonyl coenzyme A is transferred to the phosphopentothine sulfidyl group of acyl carrier protein of other monomer in a reaction catalyzed by malonyl transacylase enzyme to form acyl malonyl enzyme. The malonyl coenzyme A binds only to the pentothane sulfidyl group of ACP. The fatty acid synthase now has two covalently bound acyl groups, an acetyl group at the cysteine sulfidyl position and the malonyl group at the phosphopentothane sulfidyl position. And both the groups are now ready for the actual lengthening process. Chain lengthening or elongation of fatty acid chain requires four steps: condensation, reduction, dehydration and saturation. In the first condensation reaction, the acetyl unit attached to cysteine is transferred to malonyl group bound to ACP. Malonyl moiety loses carbon dioxide which was added by acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase. Thus, carbon dioxide is not incorporated into fatty acid carbon chain. This reaction is catalyzed by beta-ketoacyl synthase enzyme and the product form is beta-ketoacyl ACP. Why it is called beta-ketoacyl ACP? Because keto group is there at the beta carbon position. In the next step, beta-ketoacyl ACP undergoes reduction at the keto group at the expense of NADPH to form beta-hydroxyacyl ACP. This reaction is catalyzed by beta-ketoacyl ACP reductase. You can see here keto group is replaced by hydroxyl group at the beta carbon position. That's why it is called beta-hydroxyacyl ACP. In the next reaction, beta-hydroxyacyl ACP undergoes dehydration by beta-hydroxyacyl ACP dehydratase enzyme and the product form is trans-enoyl ACP. In this product, there is incorporation of one double bond at beta carbon position. This trans-enoyl ACP undergoes second reduction by enoyl ACP reductase enzyme with the utilization of NADPH and the product form is acyl ACP, which is also called butyryl ACP. So up till now, four major reactions you have seen: condensation reaction, reduction reaction, dehydration and second reduction reaction. In condensation reaction, acetyl group which is attached to cysteine sulfidyl condenses with malonyl group attached to ACP to form beta-ketoacyl ACP by losing carbon dioxide and which was added by carboxylase enzyme. This reaction is catalyzed by beta-ketoacyl synthase. Ketoacyl reductase reduces ketoacyl group to hydroxyacyl group and the reducing equivalents are supplied by NADPH. In dehydration reaction, beta-hydroxyacyl ACP undergoes dehydration by the enzyme dehydratase to form enoyl ACP. Enoyl ACP reduced by the enzyme enoyl reductase to form acyl ACP. Here, second molecule of NADPH is used. So, at the end of these four reactions, 4 carbon atom butyl group is formed. This butyl group is transferred from ACP to the cysteine sulfidyl group. The newly synthesized fatty acid group now occupies the sulfidyl group, which was originally occupied by acetyl group. To lengthen the chain by another 2 carbon unit, the sequence of reaction from 2 to 6 are repeated and this process goes on repeating for 6 times. Each time fatty acid is lengthened by 2 carbon unit which was obtained from malonyl CoA. At the end of the cycle, fatty acid synthesis is complete and 16 carbon saturated fatty acid is formed, which is nothing but palmitate. And this palmitate is bound to acyl carrier protein. The enzyme palmitoyl thioesterase separates palmitate from fatty acid synthase. This completes the synthesis of palmitate in liver and adipose tissue. But in lactating mammary gland, the end product form are capric acid and lauric acid. So mother's milk contains these fatty acids. So the summary is, of the 16 carbon present in palmitate, only 2 come from acetyl coenzyme A directly, and remaining 14 are from malonyl coenzyme A, which in turn is produced by acetyl coenzyme A. So the reaction is 1 acetyl coenzyme A plus 7 malonyl coenzyme A, and for this reaction 14 NADPH molecules are required, and the product form is 1 molecule of palmitate, 7 molecules of carbon dioxide are released in this reaction, and 14 molecules of NADP are formed. After formation of fatty acid, now we can see regulation of fatty acid synthesis. There are two types of control mechanism to regulate fatty acid synthesis: short-term control mechanism and long-term control mechanism. Short-term control mechanism is done by allosteric regulation and covalent modification of enzyme. In allosteric regulation, the concentration of citrate is the most important short-term regulator. Citrate stimulates acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase, which catalyzes the formation of malonyl coenzyme A. And this step, catalyzed by acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase, is rate limiting step. The level of citrate is high when both acetyl coenzyme A and ATP are abundant. The effect of citrate on a carboxylase is opposed by palmitoyl coenzyme A, which is the end product of fatty acid synthesis. Palmitoyl coenzyme A also inhibits the transfer of citrate from mitochondria to cytosol, and it also inhibits G6PD, which is nothing but glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme, which generates NADPH. Second mechanism for short-term control is by covalent modification. In this covalent modification, the activity of acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase is controlled by phosphorylation. You know, acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase is a rate limiting enzyme in fatty acid synthesis. So its activity is controlled either by phosphorylation or dephosphorylation. Phosphorylated enzyme is inactive, whereas dephosphorylated enzyme is active. Glucagon and epinephrine, these are the two hormones which stimulate phosphorylation and in turn inactivation of this enzyme and decreased fatty acid synthesis, whereas insulin stimulates dephosphorylation of the enzyme, which in turn leads to increased activity of this enzyme and increased fatty acid synthesis. Here you can see short-term control mechanism by allosteric regulation and covalent modification. In allosteric regulation, already you studied citrate acts as a positive modifier. It stimulates acetyl-CoA carboxylase activity and increases fatty acid synthesis, whereas palmitoyl-CoA inhibits acetyl-CoA carboxylase activity, and it also inhibits pentose phosphate pathway by inhibiting glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme. Because of that, there is decreased reducing equivalence required for fatty acid synthesis. So that leads to decreased fatty acid synthesis. Whereas in covalent modification, insulin increases fatty acid synthesis and in turn lipogenesis by dephosphorylation of the acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase, which is nothing but the active enzyme. Whereas glucagon and epinephrine causes phosphorylation of acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase and decreased fatty acid synthesis. Long-term control mechanism for the regulation of fatty acid synthesis is controlled by gene expression, and this gene expression is either by induction or repression of enzyme synthesis. The production of enzymes of fatty acid synthesis is stimulated in liver when carbohydrate and ATP are available, whereas its production is repressed whenever there is high fat diet, starvation or diabetes mellitus. In this way, fatty acid synthesis is regulated in long term by regulating the gene expression, but this effect is seen very slowly. After studying the synthesis of palmitic acid, which is a 16 carbon saturated fatty acid, which is nothing but the end product of fatty acid synthesis reaction, you should know certain answers. Here are some exercise questions for you. Number 1, A question: how many acetyl coenzyme A used for initial priming of the enzyme? And what is the answer? 1 molecule of acetyl coenzyme A used for initial priming of the enzyme. B question. How many acetyl coenzyme A used for the synthesis of each malonate? And you know very well, for the synthesis of each malonic acid, there is requirement of 1 acetyl coenzyme A. C question. How many malonate used per synthesis of 1 16-carbon palmitate? And the answer is 7 malonate, because for the synthesis of 16-carbon palmitate there are total 7 cycles, and for each cycle there is requirement of 1 malonyl CoA. So in total 7 malonyl coenzyme A required for the synthesis of 1 16-carbon palmitate. D question. Total acetyl coenzyme A used for priming and for synthesis of malonate. And what is the answer? 8 acetyl coenzyme A. 8 acetyl coenzyme A are required for priming and synthesis of malonate. 1 is for priming and 7 are for synthesis of malonate. Second question. How many phosphate bonds of ATP used for synthesis of each malonate? And the answer is 1 phosphate bond is utilized for the synthesis of each malonate. Total phosphate bonds of ATP used for the synthesis of 16-carbon palmitate, the answer is very simple. 7 phosphate bonds are utilized for the synthesis of 1 16-carbon palmitate. Third question. How many NADPH used per reaction cycle? And the answer is very easy. 2 NADPH are used per reaction cycle. Total NADPH used per synthesis of 1 16-carbon palmitate, the answer is very simple, 14 NADPH, because there are total 7 cycles and each cycle requires 2 molecules of NADPH. So for 7 cycles the total NADPH required are 14. By ignoring hydrogen and water concentration, you should be able to write a balanced equation for the synthesis of palmitate from acetyl coenzyme A, listing net inputs and outputs. And what is the equation? 8 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A plus 14 molecules of NADPH plus 7 molecules of ATP lead to the production of 1 molecule of palmitate plus 14 molecules of NADP plus 8 molecules of coenzyme A and 7 molecules of adenosine diphosphate and inorganic phosphate. Summary. Based on malonate as an input, what should be the equation? The equation is 1 molecule of acetyl coenzyme A plus 7 molecule of coenzyme A plus 14 NADPH, which in turn lead to production of 1 molecule of palmitate, 7 molecules of carbon dioxide, 14 molecules of NADP and 8 molecules of coenzyme A. In de novo synthesis of fatty acid, the major fatty acid synthesized is palmitic acid. But there can be requirement of fatty acid which can be longer than palmitate, and this requirement is fulfilled by synthesis of long chain fatty acids from palmitic acid. This synthesis can take place either in mitochondria or in endoplasmic reticulum, particularly microsomes, by separate mechanism. Microsomal chain elongation is more predominant and involves successive addition of malonyl coenzyme A with the participation of NADPH. Elongation of fatty acid chain, particularly mitochondrial chain elongation, is a reversal of beta oxidation of fatty acid. Acetyl coenzyme A molecules are successively added to fatty acid to lengthen the chain in mitochondrial chain elongation. And for this chain elongation, reducing equivalents are derived from NADPH. Now we'll see synthesis of unsaturated fatty acid. What is unsaturated fatty acid? The fatty acids having one or more double bond in its structure. Synthesis of unsaturated fatty acid occurs in microsomes. Double bond of unsaturated fatty acid is introduced by fatty acyl coenzyme A desaturates enzyme. This reaction requires molecular oxygen, NADH, and flavin-dependent cytochrome B5 enzyme. This is the generalized sequential reactions of desaturation of fatty acid. Saturated fatty acid undergo desaturation by desaturase enzyme system, and that leads to the formation of monounsaturated fatty acid. For this reaction, molecular oxygen, cytochrome B5 reductase, and NADH are required. This is the example of synthesis of oleic acid. What is oleic acid? Oleic acid is monounsaturated fatty acid containing one double bond in its structure, and this double bond is present between 9th and 10th carbon atom. This oleic acid is synthesized from 18 carbon saturated fatty acid, that is stearic acid. This stearic acid undergoes desaturation by delta 9 desaturase enzyme system, and because of this delta 9 desaturase enzyme system, there is introduction of one double bond between carbon atom 9th and 10th, and that leads to the formation of oleic acid. In this way, 18 carbon saturated fatty acid is converted into 18 carbon monounsaturated fatty acid, that is oleic acid. For this reaction, molecular oxygen, cytochrome B5 reductase, and NADH are required. Synthesis of mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids. Humans can synthesize monounsaturated fatty acids like palmitoleic acid and oleic acid. These fatty acids are synthesized from palmitic acid and stearic acid respectively. Humans cannot synthesize polyunsaturated fatty acid. What are the polyunsaturated fatty acids? Polyunsaturated fatty acids are the fatty acids containing more than one double bond in its structure. Examples are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid. These fatty acids humans cannot synthesize because they lack the enzyme to introduce double bond beyond carbon atom 9 in the fatty acid chain. As they are not synthesized inside the body, they are essential to get supply through the diet. That's why they are called essential fatty acids. And these fatty acids, when present in excess amount, for example, when linoleic acid is present in excessive amount, it can be converted by elongation and desaturation reactions to arachidonic acid. That's why in some literature, arachidonic acid is referred to as semi-essential fatty. Now you can see the synthesis of arachidonic acid from one of the essential fatty acid, that is linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is 18 carbon essential fatty acids containing two double bonds. One double bond is present between 9th and 10th carbon atom, and another double bond is present between 12th and 13th carbon atom. This linoleic acid undergoes desaturation by delta 6 desaturation enzyme, and the product form is gamma linoleic acid. By the action of delta 6 desaturation enzyme, there is introduction of one more double bond between carbon atom 6th and 7th. So gamma linoleic acid is having 18 carbon with 3 double bonds, and first double bond is between 6 to 7 carbon atom, second double bond is between 9 to 10, and third double bond is between 12 to 13 carbon atom. After this, gamma linoleic acid undergoes chain elongation process with the incorporation of 2 carbon atom. Because of this chain elongation, the product form is dihomo gamma linoleic acid, which consists of 20 carbon. Because of introduction of 2 carbon atoms, the double bond is shifted from 6th to 8th position, another double bond is shifted from 9th to 11th position, and third double bond is shifted from 12th to 14th position. This dihomo gamma linoleic acid undergoes desaturation again with the help of delta 5 desaturase enzyme. This delta 5 desaturase enzyme introduces one more double bond, and this double bond is introduced between 5th and 6th carbon atom. So the product form is arachidonic acid, and this arachidonic acid is having 20 carbon with 4 double bond, and one double bond is between fifth and sixth carbon atom. Second double bond is between eighth and ninth carbon atom. Third double bond is present between 11th and 12th carbon atom, and fourth double bond is present between 14th and 15th carbon atom. So this is the synthesis of polyunsaturated fatty acid, that is arachidonic acid.